The hunted has become the hunter, and holy crap, if Hollywood were to make the ultimate movie, it would probably follow somewhere along the lines of the twists and turns this story has taken. ProJared has come out with You've Been Lied To, the ultimate apology to end all apology videos on YouTube. This in itself debunks any rumors, myths, and accusations step by step with receipts, documentation, all the proof in the world showing that he, by any stretch of a fathomable doubt, is innocent, no matter how you look at it. Yeah, he's still a creeper and he sends nudes to fans, which is super weird. But as far as the child molestation accusations of being a predator when it comes to this, none of that is true. He goes through it in this video telling people that. And in this video, we're going to talk about the mob mentality. How people go after these YouTube stars and why it happens and why next time this takes place, we all need to take a big step back. The apology video to end all apologies. ProJared looks like absolute hell here. And as well he should. I could only imagine what he's been through, the gamut he's tried to run over the past few months. The entire internet grabbed their torches and pitchforks and chased this guy down. They didn't care if he committed suicide, if he died along the way. It was all about getting attention and getting clicks. The mob mentality is what is driven by mass media today. And why is that? Because I feel like that's actually pretty important. Something not a lot of people are talking about. The mob mentality, the cancel culture, everything that has to do with this kind of channel getting attacked the way it was. And I will admit that I was a part of it. I made, what was it, 11 videos? Maybe 12? Talking about ProJared. I don't think I've ever talked about any topic more in my life. And you know why that is? Because it got clicks. It got attention. It brought in new subscribers to my channel. But I don't feel bad about it, to be honest, because I enjoyed talking about the ProJared situation. Like I said at the very opening, the outset of this video, it's like a soap opera. It's like a Hollywood movie. You can't make this shit up if you tried. ProJared trying to get a divorce. Oh, she's a homewrecker. Oh, what's going on with Ross? All this cheating. Oh my god, it's wild. But then you add in the pedophilia allegations from supposedly at the time children, Charlie and Charlie. Everything he talks about in this video, from why a personal life should stay personal, which I agree with 1,000%, to these pedophilia accusations. Charlie and Charlie making up lies to make a name for themselves, breaking it down step by step of every little thing that they lied about, left out the full truth, curbing the argument in their direction, knowing full well that ProJared would not have a leg to stand on because they preempt attacked him. They came at him from behind like a bad guy in Final Fantasy. You don't see this attack coming, and for these two kids at the time, they did a pretty damn good job proving their point and making it look like they were the ones who were innocent in all of this. But I made a few videos talking about Charlie and Charlie. I made a video talking about why ProJared might be innocent. ProJared talks about in his video how everybody seemed against him, how nobody stood up for him, how the entire internet was against him, which, like I said, I was a part of. But I also tried to play both sides of the fence. I wanted to get both sides of the story. And when I did my investigative work, when I found out this Charlie and Charlie, these tweets, it didn't really hold up. They're accusations. At the end of the day, that's all they are. And unfortunately, this is the biggest fault in our system, the society, everything that's going on right now, is allegations can't be taken seriously anymore because there's been so many people making false accusations against other people for personal gain. That is so painful to say because there are truly people out there that are suffering, that are in relationships with people, that are being abused, that accuse them of that, and people say, oh, maybe you're just trying to get money out of them. Or pedophilia. maybe you're just trying to get attention out of it. Well, it looks like that's exactly what was happening in this situation with ProJared. And that is a horrible, horrible thing. I don't want to make light of accusations, but it's people like Charlie and Charlie that really muddy the water when it comes to that kind of stuff. It's people like Justin Smollett who lie about getting beat up. It's people that make false accusations for personal gain, to keep their career alive, to do whatever it takes. They don't care who they take down as long as they get success from it. And that is kind of what's wrong with the mob mentality right now. That's kind of on a grander scale what happens with YouTube. You see it with Philip DeFranco. You see it with any big YouTuber. Hell, you see it with small YouTubers. You see it with me. You see it with everybody who makes videos on YouTubers. I'm not innocent in any of this. I don't want to make it sound like I told you so. He was innocent the whole time. No. I thought he was a creeper. I thought he might have really had some pedophilia going on there. I mean, what are you supposed to think? Just real quick, ProJared, this is why everybody was coming after you. You send nudes to fans. There are accusations of you at festivals, at cons, where you use your power to sleep with people, to have orgies in the hotel rooms. Like, that whatever people were saying was believable at the point once you opened the door of sending nudes to fans. Like, you brought this all upon yourself. I don't want to make it sound like you're completely innocent here, because honestly, you kind of had this coming to you with the road you were going down. That doesn't mean you're a pedophile. It just means you're a creeper with some weird fetishes, and you're using that power to take those experiences wherever you want to. And that in itself is exactly where the problem begins with all of this. Do I forgive you, though? Yeah, I do. I mean, honestly, I feel kind of bad making any videos that had an accusatory tone towards you, because it was all based on fabricated lies from Charlie and Charlie. That's truly all it was. Everything else when it comes to the marriage and cheating and what's going on in your personal life with that kind of stuff, dude, that's your own thing. Like, honestly, when it comes to personal, unless you want to make it public, that's your own thing. But I will say, you kind of made that public because you're a public figure, and then you tweeted about it being public. And then you blocked your, at the time, wife, Heidi, because you didn't want her to see it. So that in itself was confusing to the fan base. How are people supposed to react to that? Are we supposed to be okay with the fact that you're completely just destroying this girl on Twitter right now, not knowing the other side of the story? You didn't tell everybody it. You probably should have just kept your personal life private. That's kind of what a lot of people were saying at the get-go. People started piling on you because you allowed them to. That was your biggest fault. You made everything public. Instead of taking this private, you made it public for the whole world to see. And then from that stemmed a whole bunch of other issues. Like I said, the Charlie and Charlie thing was the biggest deal with all of this. That's where I made a bunch of my videos, and every time I made a video on it, guess what happened? It got a lot of views. And for a small channel on YouTube, it's very challenging to make a video and get a lot of views on it. So when you see some easy bait, it's hard not to make a video, especially if you're interested in the topic, which I was. I don't make videos on things that I don't care about. I don't make videos on topics that don't interest me. But you were one of my idols growing up. Like, I've watched you forever on Screw Attack and then on YouTube and all these amazing videos you've made. This entire situation, this soap opera, this drama, really captivated me, along with a whole bunch of other people on the internet. Then when we see everything that's transpired with you sending nudes to people and how you handled that, and then you try to break up with your wife on Twitter, and then you make that public and block her, what are people supposed to think about you? It's just a very hard situation when we, as the fans of your channel, only see one angle and not the entire picture. What are people supposed to think? Maybe we can all look at this as a lesson to not jump to conclusions in the future, and maybe wait until all the facts are on the table, which I tried to do in my video. But here's the thing, when I made that In Defense of ProJared video, I got hammered. I got destroyed, downvoted, angry comments. People call me a pedophile. People saying that I support a pedophile. Everyone had their torches in their hand. If you are a YouTuber trying to support ProJared during this time of trouble, you were an asshole too. You were part of the problem. And that in itself is the biggest challenge when it comes to the mob mentality. And how do you fight the mob mentality? When you're trying to make a video talking about a topic, if you don't join the mob, you're part of the problem as well. And right there is why everybody started piling on you. Like I said, I didn't pile on nearly as bad as a lot of these channels did, but for what I did, if you're watching this, ProJared, I want to say I'm sorry to you. And if there's anything that I can do to rectify that, I will. This is my way of doing my best to do that, to let you know why I took the stance that I did at the beginning, why I feel the way I do, why people in general had the mob mentality against you. You brought this all upon yourself. Take a little bit of the responsibility of why this all transpired. It was the perfect storm, if you think about it. Everything that we knew, that one angle of the picture, and then when you throw in the flames of the Charlie and Charlie the Chai situation on Twitter with their false accusations, of course people are going to believe them, because it's an accusation that's very serious that nobody would make in their right mind. But most people didn't know about how Charlie was in the mental hospital, how he's not the right mind, how he's literally crazy. So a lot of people didn't know about that, and then taking so long to make a video to talk about that, it just really sends a mixed message to your audience. If we don't hear from you and all these facts are just sitting out there to hang, of course we're going to talk about the facts that are on the table and what they are. I made a video talking about how they might not be true, and like I said, got destroyed for doing that. So take that for what it's worth. As far as the situations now, can ProJared recover his career on YouTube? If this video is to be believed, I think there's a chance that you can come back. Will there be these trolls and people hating on you no matter what you do for the rest of your life? Yes, but I mean, hell, I already have those people already on my channel, and I only have 10,000 subscribers. So you're always going to have trolls, you're always going to have haters. This situation just caused a big spike in them, but I'll be honest with you. After I watched this video from ProJared, I clicked the subscribe and the bell notifications because I realized that he's not the bad guy. He was painted in a picture that made him look like the fucking devil, when in reality, he's just a guy that got mixed up with some of the wrong people, and they made some false accusations against him, and the entire internet mob jumped in on it at the opportunity to destroy him. So let this be a lesson for everybody. ProJared, you're still a creep. You're a weirdo. I don't like your fetishes. I think you're super strange, but your videos are really good, and I enjoy what you do. And after this apology video, you got me listening, and I'll be watching your videos going forward. I'm going to leave the video right there, but I'd be very interested to hear what you guys have to say about ProJared's apology video, the 43 minutes of him talking and explaining all these false accusations on Twitter, everything that came across him. I could only imagine the hell this guy has been through over the past few months. So ProJared, I'm glad you're still with us. Sorry if there's anything I ever did to make you feel otherwise. And going forward, let's take a step back and maybe use this as an example of why we shouldn't just jump to conclusions in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, you stay smashing. Smash, Smash,